So welcome to this episode of Real People, and we are lucky to have today two people who are in the book world, I guess, and this is Nicola and Laura Thatcher. So, and your bookshop is called?
Caffeinated Escapism.
Caffeinated Escapism,
Yes.
there you are. And that is based in the main street in Alexandria?
Yeah, we're just along from the fountain.
Okay, so it's amazing for me because I love books, as you know, I think.
Yeah.
And it's a new thing for the Vale, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the last bookshop in Alexandria was Mitchell's, which was really a newsagent that had books.
Right.
And that was opposite Bridge Court now, where the dentist is in the corner and stuff.
Right.
Anyway, I digress. Tell us your backstory. Why the bookshop?
I know, there is a whole story.
Yeah.
We do have a whole
Yeah,
story
we
that
do.
how this happened. We didn't just suddenly one day go, well, we did a little bit, let's have a
Yeah.
bookshop.
It's quite a brave thing to do.
It
So
kind of
Uh-huh.
was a little
Yeah.
bit. So we went to Waterstones in Socky Hall Street, and
A
we
few
went
times.
to. We did. We
Yeah.
went and did an author event, and it was for an author called Elise Cover. She just released a new book. She was over from America. She was doing a whole talk and interview thing, and we loved it so much that I got in the car on the way back to Laura, the way back to here, and I just said, Laura, I'm going to open a bookshop. Do you want to do this with me? And she looked at me and she was like, yeah, of course. And then that was that.
Yeah.
And the reason why we wanted to do it was because we'd had so much fun at these author events that we wanted to bring that to the Vale. We wanted to bring something wholesome back to the Vale. Now, I'm fully aware that there's lots of wholesome things that happen, in our local area, but I didn't see, unless people were going to go to Glasgow or going to go to Mulgai or Besden, they weren't going to get that. And we didn't realise how many local authors there are.
No, not at all.
as we say in the Vale, hundreds of millions.
Yeah, that sounds a bit right.
Yeah.
It does. But we, as busy working mums, had tried to carve a wee bit of time out for ourselves to go to these events that we enjoyed going and taking part in. It was out of our comfort zone.
It
We were
was.
really nervous each time we went. I'm not very good at that. Can you ask a question thing? So we went and enjoyed it, and we thought it would be really good if we could bring something like that to the local area, because we were struggling to travel all the way up to Glasgow to do that after having worked all week, or even just juggling kids to be able to make that time to drive all the way up to Glasgow. Not even looking at the costs associated with going to Glasgow, parking,
So you brought
driving.
it to you.
Yeah.
Basically,
That was
we
what we
created
planned,
something we
yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you obviously had been big book fans in the past anyway.
Yeah.
Avid readers, both of you.
Yeah, I got kind of dragged back into the world of fantasy thanks to Nicola. We both work together as well, so we spend a lot of time chatting, as you do, and I hadn't really read or found anything that I enjoyed for years, I would say. And suddenly Nicola's like, you need to read ACOTAR, and I was like, right, okay. Never read a fantasy book like that. I've read your kind of typical ones, but I hadn't read anything like that, and that was me off and running.
And then she comes into work and she's like, I'm walking around the house like this with a book. Is there an easier way to
Try
do
to make
this?
pasta while I'm walking about
But that's
holding
great,
my
because
books.
it's so tempting, certainly for me, to listen to books rather than read a bit. But you can't beat a real book, can you?
No.
No, you can't. And I think, like everybody, we obviously have Kindles, and sometimes that's what suits. But I only got my Kindle last Christmas.
You got it for Christmas from David?
My husband
Yeah.
bought me it for Christmas, and I was kind of against it, and I was like, I don't really want one.
Yeah.
Now I do love it, but I certainly buy more. I probably buy more books now than I
Right.
did. I still really, really enjoy. There's something about
you
just
said
holding a book.
about the book club book. Like, you really struggled to read it on the Kindle.
Again, this is us. We jump
You-
back and
well,
forward.
Yeah, but
That's
okay.
something else we do, and it's
There's
exactly
obviously
what I did.
chemistry there, okay?
Yeah.
But for me, the chemistry of books goes right back to when I was a kid. And that, for me, the smell of books.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does that sound weird
We've
to you?
had these. No,
Yeah.
no, we've had
I
these
remember being a
discussions.
kid and going
Yeah.
to a bookshop with my godfather, actually. And they walked in, you smell the books straight away. And
Yeah.
I got excited because I knew I was going to get a book. And,
Yeah.
and libraries as well, you get that kind of smell. It sounds a bit weird. But I love the whole, I don't know, everything that surrounds books really. Just
Yeah.
the whole
It was
thing.
always an escape for me.
Right.
My childhood was quite a different childhood, but it
Where
was
were you brought up then?
Yorkshire,
What part?
Doncaster.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was a lot of poverty in the area. We were a mining village,
Yeah.
Reading was always an escape, and it's the one thing that my mum actually said to me when I created this with Laura. this feels more you. The accountancy's great, do you know what I mean? What you've done there is brilliant, and the people that you've helped there is
Because just in case people don't know, you have the accountant shop two doors along or something.
2 doors along,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you could have called the bookshop 2 doors along.
Well, I could have done.
How did you come up with the name?
Oh, well.
So we both don't really drink. No, as again, busy mums. There's not really time for alcohol, but we do drink a lot of coffee and a lot of Diet Coke, which also has caffeine.
Yes.
And you quite often, it does come hand in hand when you're reading a book, you are sitting with a drink. So we went with, well, coffee sounds like a great idea to have.
We also
sit down
wanted
and read
to
a book.
be we wanted to be respectful of the other bookshops that were within the area. So when we'd went and done our market research, we'd visited Daydreams and we'd visited the Bookmonger
as well, because they're the two closest ones.
Morally Grey, which is in Morris Park. It's in an industrial estate.
And they're each all very, very different.
All very different, and we wanted to make sure that we weren't putting ourselves, one, in direct competition with them, but also respecting the space that they'd built.
A wee bit different as well.
So none of them had coffee, and we said, right, okay, this fits in perfect with what we enjoy.
And is the idea people come in, have a coffee, grab a seat and read?
Yeah.
And then
If
buy
you've
a
been
book,
up the
obviously,
stairs
and
at all, if you've been,
of course,
so that was why we said pretty much what we've said is if we didn't have children and dogs and a husband, that up the stairs is what our house would look like probably.
Absolutely.
It's got a kind of Victorian feel to it.
It does, doesn't it?
We done really well in sourcing the pieces, didn't we? We were quite
Sherlock Holmes kind of vibe.
That's
Which is
nothing
nice.
matches, but everything fits.
No, it's lovely
nice and cosy.
atmosphere, and as you said, it'd be lovely just to grab a book and have the time to sit up there, which you know more of us should do. Is that we're always rushing about everywhere. And so you got a wide selection of books there then.
So we have expanded our new range down the stairs. So we've got crafting, cold water swimming, romance was a big section because that's what sells really well. We've got crime, kids, young adult.
So we started out where we knew that you can't hit everything when you first open, and me and Nicola read a lot of fantasy, romantasy, you know a lot about the crime as well. So we knew that those were going to be big sellers. So again, following on the name, escapism, we read a lot of escapism books, fantasy, crime, really good, like entertaining stories. And gradually, since we've been opened, we've listened, we've said that all along. If you've got books that we don't have, come in and tell us. And gradually, we've added and we've expanded.
And do you do anything like a book of the month or anything like that? Or?
We do.
We do like a book of the week.
Yeah.
Book of the week. Hold on a minute, let me just get my tenner out.
We do a book of the week, so where we've got a table that where we put what we've read this week, so that people can see what we're reading.
So you must be pretty quick readers then. A week.
You're much faster than me. I do try, and I do walk about the house like this, but you are much quicker than me.
It's just because it's all I've always read.
I get a bit kind of, I need to put my book down and just sit and stare into space.
Stare at the wall for a bit.
And then we've got the window book as well. Susan, who works for us, has decorated all our windows up and
she's
coloured in on the windows.
Fantastic. But people can also just pop in for coffee.
Yes,
100%.
And to take away.
And the coffee actually is from...
Yeah, I was going to say where you sourced that from.
So it was actually Angie at Spectrum next door who put us in touch with Josh from Thompson's because she said, listen, you're going to want a really good coffee. Yeah. I've spent a long time searching this up and I've found the best company. Here's the contact, go and get in touch with Josh. And they have been amazing. So the only reason we use Thompson's is actually because of Angie.
Okay, fantastic. I've heard it tastes really good.
It is, it's very good.
So what are what do you want to happen in the future? What going forward? You want to do more of the same, like events and things, or do you want to do anything different?
Well, we always planned the events, didn't we? That was a big thing for us, and we've been really, really fortunate that, like you said, there's just millions of local authors, and they are all so happy to have not only their book in our shop, but we've been doing local author events and they've been going really well. We always did plan on doing the events, and obviously we've just kind of tried to get them, the whole ethos behind them was no barriers for anybody, to be comfortable, to not feel like, because we did feel a little nervous going to some of the ones in Waterstones where you're like, I just want to sit and listen. I'm not going to put my hand up and ask any questions, but I think with the environment we've created up the stairs, what it seems anyway is they're able to have that kind of intimate meeting with an author, ask all the questions they want to ask, and the authors seem to have really enjoyed it as well.
And
so that's
each
been going
author,
well.
yeah, we've
So
had
different.
a mix of traditionally published authors and self-published authors and people that half and half. Learning and giving that platform to independent authors that maybe wouldn't necessarily have had that platform to have. It's been important.
And the
for
whole
us.
publishing arena's changed so much as well. I mean, it's you can self-publish quite high quality.
Yeah, you
Books
definitely
now.
have seen some and you're
Absolutely,
like, yeah, that one that you've got coming into the shop, and we couldn't believe it was self-published.
Yeah.
The quality of it, you would never have known the difference between it being like having a big publishing deal and whether it should have done it herself, and it was really, really good.
And that's where I think locally as well, local people supporting local people is a good idea as well. It's nice that we do that. And I was actually at a book launch yesterday of a local author. It happened to be an old guy. But again, it's nice to try and support local people if you can, because they come to my things, I'm thinking
I
that's
think
really...
everything that we've had, we have done really well in making sure. So Timmy that supplies the biscuits, she's local as well. If you go in now, you'll see we've got some art on the wall as well, which is from Alex Abstract Art. She's actually a local author who we have our books in the store, so she also does a bit of art.
Our donation station all goes immediately back to
up the stairs.
Oh, that's the second-hand books which people just can take and put a donation in.
Yeah.
I owe you a £5 by the way, because I took a book out.
That's okay. But we've done really, really well at getting some money back out into the local groups in particular, like smaller groups. Like I said, we've both got kids and we understand how tight push children's
Have you organised any kind of kids events like
we
small
done the
kid
ones
events?
over Christmas.
Yep, so we did the Santa reads a story on Christmas Eve, which went really, really well.
It was chaos, wasn't it? I didn't realise it was going to be so busy. We didn't realise there was such a demand for something nice and wholesome, again, is the word, on Christmas Eve. So that was our first dive into, we'd only been opened a few weeks, and we went, let's do a Christmas Eve event, and it was really good.
Where can people, can find you the main street, obviously in Alexandria, but online, have you got a presence there too?
Yes.
We used another local company, 17 Creative, Darren, to build us a website, and we're
on all your social media platforms.
We're on all your social media.
I've seen you on Facebook.
Yeah, you'll find us on all of them.
And I've seen your little shorts, which are good, and tell us what you're up to.
Yeah, we try our best.
We do. We try and do just some wee chatty videos, as we find that's people always relate to the face behind what's going on. So we do try and make a conscious effort to make sure that we're putting just ourselves out there, so people realise it is just two mums that are wanting to own a bookshop and wanting to bring something nice to the area that we're raising our children in.
And is it ticking along okay?
It's going really well. We've got a few other things up and running now as well. We're doing a book club as well, which is going great. That's been chock-a-block every month, isn't it?
Yeah, it sells out.
The people that are coming are loving
it. And how can people come to the book club? Is that a certain night?
It's we've got everything on Eventbrite.
Okay.
So if you go and have a wee look at it, just search for us on Eventbrite. That has everything that we're running.
And your website address is?
www.caffeinatedescapism.co.uk.
Which will appear magically right here. No, that's smashing. Listen, Nikki and Laura, thank you so much for coming in to chat to us. I think it's amazing that you've got a bookshop in the area, and I'm so pleased, and I wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
No bother. That's it for this episode of Real People. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, bye for now.